Let me start with the uncomfortable question. You published your own book when your YouTube channel had only 35 subscribers. Why didn't you wait until you had a larger audience?
Well, at first, it probably looks backwards. Subscribers count measures current reach, not experience or the value of an idea. The book is one foundation for building the audience, not a reward.
So you do not see the book as a reward for having an audience. You see it as one of the foundations for building that audience. Why not wait until you have 10,000 subscribers?
Well, uh, for once, it's a quite a large number, 10K subscribers. Well, in my opinion, waiting for a large audience can become another form of procrastination. I already had real stories, mistakes, and practical knowledge worth documenting. I didn't want a number to give me permission to start doing serious work.
But who is going to buy the book if most people do not know who you are yet?
The book could grow while the audience website and YouTube channel grew around it. And I choose to build the product and the audience at the same time.
If your online audience was still small, what made you believe you had something valuable to share?
I'm a person with more than 15 years of experience in sales, key account management, leadership, and managing director work. That taught me how to understand people, explain difficult subjects, and turn problems into practical systems. FENIX.STUDIO is where the professional experience becomes useful through the book, YouTube, and the website, and real-world testing. That's my niche. I test the products in real conditions.
So the channel venue, but you were not starting from zero?
Well, exactly. I was new to building a public creator brand, not new to responsibility or technology, decision making, or learning from real consequences. A small audience doesn't erase the experience that existed before the channel.
The book starts with a mistake you made with your first drone. What happened?
Ah, that's a good one. It's actually starting chapter in my book. I was impatient and started the drone before properly understanding. I started it in the room and it didn't calibrate using the satellites. So instead of hovering calmly, it shot across the room and slashed the curtain. Of course, my wife found out, and yeah, those flying things are prohibited in our home.
Exactly. That moment made the risk real, not theoretical. How did that experience shape the way you teach people now?
You remember stories better than legal paragraphs. So hiding the mistakes would make the book less useful. If someone learns from my mistakes before making the same one, the story has done its job.
There are already many drone manuals and regulation guides. Why create another one?
Most people don't want to get lost in pages of legal language. It's boring, it's tiresome, and after a couple of pages, you just get lost. The handbook connects rules with the real situations, consequences, and practical decisions. It explains not only what a rule says, but also why it matters during an actual flight. The leader learns through the stories and real mistakes, not just definitions.
So this isn't meant to replace official regulations.
No. Official resources remain useful. The book helps readers understand the logic behind the rules and apply them responsibly. Its job is to make a preparation and cleaner and more practical.
You often say that you are not a studio reviewer. What does that mean?
I don't want to judge equipment only from a desk or from a specification sheet. I use it during a real work, events, travel, and outdoor conditions. That is where you discover friction, reliability problems, and whether something genuinely improves the workflow. A product earns my recommendation only after it survives the real use. And
Does that apply only to drones?
no, the same principle applies to cameras, lenses, microphones, headphones, and carry systems. These products doesn't exist separately during production. They form one connected creator ecosystem. And that's what I built. And that's what I want to share with the others.
A handbook isn't limited to printed pages. How is it interactive?
Within the books, there are QR codes that connect reader directly to practical resources on the FENIX.STUDIO website. They can continue from the book into flight preparation, outdoor condition, and flight planning material. The book explains the principle. The website can keep the supporting information practical and current. It gives also readers a path from understanding to preparation and action.
Why is that connection important?
If you follow the rules of the drone pilot, you know that the aviation rules, tools, and technologies continue to evolve. And a printed book is permanent, while the digital layer can continue growing. Together, they create something more useful than either one alone.
Let me be direct. What if hardly anyone buys the book?
Oh, that would be disappointing. But it wouldn't make the project worthless. I learned how to finish a manuscript, publish through Amazon, register as a publisher, and obtain my own ISBN block. The book created a permanent knowledge asset and a source for the future videos, articles, and guides. It is a first edition and a starting point that should be noted. It is not a monument that can never be improved.
Why should someone trust an author with only 35 subscribers?
They shouldn't trust me because of the number besides my channel. They should judge the evidence, the honesty of the stories, and whether the advice helps them make better decisions. I'm not presenting myself as an infallible expert. I'm showing what happened, what I got wrong, and what another person can learn from it.
We should also be transparent about this. What role did AI play in the book?
This is also important question. Thank you for it. The experiences, mistakes, and decisions and final responsibility are mine own. Neo helped me ask better questions, organize chapters, refine the English, and remove technical publication friction. AI didn't fly the drone, crash into curtains, or stand beside me during difficult flights. It helped me turn real experience into a clear, finished product.
Did AI make the book less personal?
The questions often made me remember more detail. They pushed me to explain what I felt, why I made a decision, and what changed afterward. The experience and voice remain mine. AI helped me communicate them.
How do the book, YouTube channel, and website fit together?
Like I said already, the book provides a structured knowledge and deeper contexts. YouTube shows the real situations, equipment, and evidence. Many of the experiences and stories that are within the book are documented because when I take a gear outside, I always make a video. I'm recording the session, the flight, or the camera, and I can use multiple cameras and so on. So YouTube shows those real conditions, situations, equipment, and the evidence. The website itself connects everything through practical resources, testing, and updated information. Together they should help people become more independent, better prepared, and more confident.
So FENIX.STUDIO isn't meant to become another website telling people what to buy.
No, the goal is to help people understand what they actually need. I want to show strengths, weaknesses, and trade-offs. The final decision should belong to the reader or the viewer, not to a brand or affiliate link.
Where do you want FENIX.STUDIO to be 5 years from now?
It is a long road ahead, but I have my own plan, and I want it to be an established, trusted brand and my core business, a practical knowledge base for creators, drone pilots, and technology users. Also, and this is very important, an academy that turns real experiences into useful education, a connected ecosystem covering cameras, lenses, microphones, headphones, drones, and carry items, bags, flashlights, or whatever the independent creator needs to make it less friction and more creativity. Remember this: less friction and more creativity. The standard should remain the same: real use, honest conclusions, and practical value.
What's never changed as the project grows?
This is actually like chiseled in stone for me. I want to definitely not change, never change. Honesty about mistakes and limitations. Testing products in the real world, helping people make independent decisions instead of simply creating hype. I don't like hype. Also, never forgetting that usefulness matters more than appearing successful.
If you had to answer in one sentence, why did you publish a book with only 35 subscribers?
Because I didn't want to wait for a number to give me a permission to create serious, useful work. I published my own book when YouTube channel had only 35 subscribers, and you have probably wondering whether that was far too early. Don't wait for a large audience to give you a permission to make serious work. Create something useful first and give people a reason to discover you.